You might be making this exact mistake every single morning. You wake up, you look in the mirror, and there it is again, that dark hair on your chin. So you do what seems logical. You grab the tweezers, you pluck it out. Problem solved, right? Wrong. Every time you pluck, you're actually triggering something that makes the problem worse. And I'm Dr. William Lee, and I want to show you exactly what's happening inside your skin when you grab those tweezers, and more importantly, why 3 foods I'm about to share might actually stop this from happening in the first place. Here's what nobody tells you. The real battle isn't happening on the surface of your skin. It's happening inside the follicle at the root. After 60, your hormones shift dramatically. Women often experience a change in estrogen levels, while androgen sensitivity in hair follicles actually increases. That creates a perfect storm for something called hirsutism, unwanted facial hair growth that feels completely out of your control. It shows up on your chin, your upper lip, and places where you never had dark hair before. But here's the part that changes everything. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's actually your body sending you a signal, and that signal can be answered. The mechanism behind this involves something called the 5-alpha reductase enzyme. This enzyme takes your natural testosterone and converts it into something called DHT, dihydrotestosterone. DHT is what actually activates hair growth in these sensitive follicles. So while you're plucking, your body is still producing DHT. The hair will always come back. But what if you could block the formation of DHT at its source? What if instead of repeatedly plucking, you could use food to actually stop the hair from growing in the first place? This isn't theoretical. Clinical research has shown this is possible. Number 3, pumpkin seeds. Let me start here because this one has the most impressive research behind it. A randomized, placebo-controlled study followed men with hair loss for 24 weeks. One group took pumpkin seed oil, 400 milligrams per day. The other group took a placebo. After 6 months, the group taking pumpkin seed oil saw a 40% increase in hair count. The placebo group saw only 10%. That's a difference of 30 percentage points. But here's what's important for you. Pumpkin seeds contain compounds called phytosterols, particularly beta-sitosterol. These compounds work by inhibiting that 5-alpha reductase enzyme, the same one that creates DHT. When you block DHT formation at the root, the hair follicle receives a weaker signal. Over time, those follicles that were producing thick, dark hair start producing thinner, lighter growth. Eventually, they stop altogether. You can take pumpkin seeds in several ways. A 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds daily is a reasonable amount. You can also buy pumpkin seed oil in capsule form. Look for 400 to 500 milligrams per day. Some women prefer to add pumpkin seed butter to their breakfast or sprinkle seeds over salads. What's remarkable is that this isn't just folklore. The mechanism is well understood. These phytosterols have been shown in multiple studies to reduce DHT-dependent processes. And because you're eating them as part of your normal diet, there are essentially no side effects. Your body processes them naturally. Number 2, spearmint tea. Now, this one surprised me the first time I read the research. A clinical trial took 42 women with hirsutism, meaning excessive unwanted hair growth, and divided them into 2 groups. One group drank spearmint tea twice daily for 30 days. The other group drank a placebo tea that looked and tasted identical. At the end of 30 days, researchers measured free testosterone and total testosterone. In the spearmint tea group, both dropped significantly. The women reported feeling better about their appearance. They felt less self-conscious. How does spearmint do this? It contains compounds that interact with androgen receptors. Think of it this way. DHT is like a key, and the hair follicle has a lock. Spearmint tea changes the quality of that lock slightly, so the key doesn't fit as perfectly. The signal gets weakened. The effect isn't immediate. Remember, hair grows in cycles. A hair follicle can take 3 to 6 months to show changes based on hormonal shifts. But if you're consistent with spearmint tea, 2 cups daily, Many women report noticing a reduction in unwanted facial hair within 8 to 12 weeks. Brew it fresh. Use 1 teaspoon of dried spearmint per cup of hot water. Let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes. Drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 in the evening. Make it part of your routine. One important note: if you have any hormonal conditions, particularly PCOS, or if you take any medications that affect your hormones, check with your doctor first. Spearmint is generally safe, but it's working on your hormonal system, so it's worth a conversation. Number 1. Flax seeds. This is where everything comes together. Flax seeds contain something called lignans. A lignan is a type of plant compound that appears to work through multiple pathways. One recent meta-analysis examined multiple studies on flaxseed supplementation and found that while results vary, flax seeds show the most promise for reducing androgen levels, particularly when combined with dietary changes that support hormone balance. Here's why flax seeds are so powerful. They work on multiple levels. First, the lignans in flax seeds can interact with hormone metabolism. Second, flax seeds contain alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid that supports overall skin health and can reduce inflammation, and inflammation can actually amplify hair growth signals. Third, flax seeds feed your beneficial gut bacteria, which play a surprising role in hormone regulation. Your gut bacteria help metabolize estrogen. When your estrogen metabolism improves, the ratio between estrogen and androgens shifts in your favor. Take 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed daily. Grind them fresh if possible. Pre-ground flax seeds can oxidize quickly and lose their beneficial compounds. Add them to yogurt, oatmeal, smoothies, or salads. You can also take flaxseed oil in capsule form, though whole ground flax seeds provide additional fiber benefit. But here's where this becomes truly powerful. Use all 3 together. The combination effect. When you combine pumpkin seeds with spearmint tea and flax seeds, you're attacking the problem from 3 directions simultaneously. The pumpkin seeds block DHT formation. The spearmint tea weakens DHT's ability to attach to hair follicles. The flax seeds improve your overall hormonal balance and reduce the inflammatory signals that amplify hair growth. A woman named Sarah, 63, told me something remarkable. She'd been plucking daily for 5 years. She tried one of the topical hair removal products, irritated her skin terribly. Then she started taking pumpkin seeds, drinking spearmint tea twice daily, and added ground flax seeds to her breakfast smoothie. After 3 months, she was plucking maybe twice a week. After 6 months, maybe once a week or less. By month 8, she'd essentially stopped. The hairs that grew back were noticeably finer and lighter. She said she finally understood that she wasn't fighting a losing battle. Her body just needed the right nutritional support. This is what's so important to understand. Your body isn't betraying you after 60. You haven't suddenly lost control. What's happening is that nutritional support for healthy hormonal balance becomes even more critical as you age. These foods provide that support. The real transformation. When you pluck that hair, you're treating the symptom. When you eat these 3 foods consistently, you're addressing the root cause, literally. You're changing the chemical environment inside your hair follicles. Will you see results overnight? No. Will your chin hair disappear completely? Possibly. Or it might become so fine and light that it's virtually invisible. Everyone's body is different, but the research is clear. These foods work. They slow growth. They lighten new hair. They reduce the frequency with which new hairs emerge. Start with consistency. Give yourself at least 8 to 12 weeks of steady consumption. Notice what changes. Most women find that they need the tweezers less and less frequently. That's the signal that something real is happening inside your skin. The bottom line, stop seeing this as an endless battle with your mirror. Start seeing it as a nutritional opportunity. Your hair follicles are responsive to what you eat. These 3 foods, pumpkin seeds, spearmint tea, and flax seeds, aren't magic. They're biology. They're how your body actually works when given the right nutritional support. If you found this helpful, I'd love to know, which of these 3 foods will you try first? Drop a comment below and let me know. And please, subscribe to this channel. We talk about how food actually changes your biology, how it can slow aging, improve energy, and help you feel comfortable in your own skin again. You don't have to keep plucking. There's another way.